Hello and welcome back to the next part of Luigi's Mansion. On the last episode, we explored a little bit more of the mansion and also captured the two ghosts, Neville and Lydia. And also, we heard a baby crying. And we saw a ghost baby, but we didn't go there yet. But you all are probably wondering why we're a little bit further back than that. There are a few little Easter eggs I didn't realize were here at first, but when I looked back, I found them. If you examine each of these bookcases, each of them will say something different. There's a book of riddles. Will you read it? Mysteries appear whenever people turn, but turning away from them solves nothing. Instead of turning away, turn to the side and look at the mystery from a different view. A way will surely open. Now, these books here actually contain hints about capturing ghosts and everything that you might be able to eventually use. That first book actually proclaimed to Neville, who was right here, which the only way we could capture him was by looking away. Oop, I accidentally did the same thing, so don't want to read that. Neville's Big Baby Care Diary. Sure, let's read it. My third son is still a baby. Oddly enough, he seems to scare people in ways the other two never did. The twins now. They're afraid of fire, water, cold, and wind. Why, they shake with fright when beset by the elements. Sometimes I think they're more childlike than the baby. Huh. I wonder who these other two twins are. Anyways, the next book is called Darkness is Their Cheese. Ghost mice are drawn to darkness as real mice are drawn to cheese. In the dark, they shine gold with contentment. I must try to get close to one before the lights come back on. See Parmesan. Why did an author named Parmesan write a book about cheese? And I thought I had horrible puns. Anyway, next one. That is the same book. And never mind, Luigi likes doing weird things to bookcases. Anyway, there we go. The Book of Pericles. There are spirits known as elemental ghosts. They live in the elements of fire, water, and ice that make up much of our world. To handle these elements, one must first obtain an element metal. Perhaps the elemental ghosts are only visible to the bearer of such a metal. Huh. Egad's Guide to Ghosts. Now here's an odd question. Why would Egad have a book in here if the ghosts in here pretty much hate him? And considering this appeared only a few days ago, has he been in here more than... not important. Anyways, what does it say? Dear readers, we've all had trouble with ghosts who aren't easily surprised, right? They all had sorts of ways to protect themselves from light. What would you do, bright folks, when in a fix with one of these stubborn ghouls? Well, sir, I'd first look for an opening. A way to catch them off guard and unsettle them. When a ghost is surprised and shows you its hearts, that's your chance to catch a little bugger. I tell you, I've caught dozens of ghosts just like this. And the last book says, Lydia's Childcare Diary. Let's read it. The twins are very shy for ghosts their age. They've even gone and hid the key to their room far away in the mansion. How very trying. Ghosts of their age. Huh. Why would it be... I didn't know ghosts really had ages after they've been dead, but whatever. They got mad at me the other day for twirling their little toy helicopter mobile. Ghost children today. Who knows what they're thinking? Huh. So, if you ever need a hint about any of Neville and Lydia's family, well, these books here can help you out. Now, when the lights are actually off, which will be another chance, if you actually... search the desk and the chair here, another speedy ghost, or one of the blue ghosts that I told you about earlier, would appear. And also at night, and also when the lights are off, there's a piece of cheese back here, which if you scan it, a golden mouse will appear. And the golden mice have the same exact aspect as the regular mice do. Well, as the speedy ghosts do. They drop money every time that you actually capture them. But there will be another chance that we'll be able to come in here and actually get these two items that I missed before, because who knows if there could be a power outage somewhere. Anyway, so let us continue on. So we're back in this hallway. And if I'm right... Yep. So now we're back in the nursery. Now, if I remember what this little baby ghost said, it's just not to... Huh. Really not to mess with the rocking horse. So why don't we mess with it? Oh no, it's the little baby. Hey, wanna play with me? Ah! Now this ghost's name is Chauncy. What Chauncy typically does is we'll be constantly sending these little teddy bears over here at you. If Chauncy gets too close, he'll hit you with his little rattle. So the best thing to do at first is just to try to take out these teddy bears. Of course, you don't want to waste time, then all you gotta do is suck up this ball and throw it at Chauncy, just like that. Ow! You gave me an owie! I just wanted to play with you. I hate grown-ups. Why do you have to be bigger than me? I've had enough. Small now grow smaller. Small, itsy, tiny, little, wee, ga, goo, goo, ga! Uh-oh. And we come up to the first boss of this game. The baby ghost. Baby giant ghost with rocking horses. Chauncy. Okay, so Chauncy's going to be throwing rocking horses at you. And as soon as it lines up with Luigi, those rocking horses will fly out. So, honestly, just move left or right to avoid them. And then Chauncy will throw balls at you just like that. If you can just go to avoid all of them, one of the balls will stay behind. And after that, you just suck up that one ball and then aim and throw it at Chauncy, which will weaken him like that, and then you can go suck him up. You don't need a flashlight for this battle. You actually don't get a hold of flashlight. Now, these boss ghosts typically cannot be taken out with one hit like that. They typically require 2 to 3 depending. And they don't actually drop pearls either, but now Chauncy will just jump around the crib like that, so just run away to avoid him. And then the pattern starts again. With flying Dutch horse Dutchman! The horse! Just run away from the flying horses! Now, as Chauncy takes more damage, the balls will become smaller and more horses will appear. Ow, that actually hurt. But this might be enough to take him out. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, so close. Only 7 HP left. Chauncy's really angry now. As you can see, Chauncy's just gotten a little bit faster, but for the most part, this boss isn't too hard to beat. As long as you just pay attention, you can easily avoid most of his attacks. See how fast the freaking flying horses are now? 2 of them! And the barrage of balls! Ah! Balls everywhere! Anyway. Take that, Chauncy. And we have done it! Chauncy has been captured. And he leaves behind a giant chest, which contains a pink key. And with that... Luigi! Luigi, can you hear me? Oh, thank goodness you're okay. I lost contact with you all of a sudden. I was a tad worried. You seem to be a bit tuckered out after that long battle, don't you? Long battle? A long battle that lasted a few more minutes longer than anything else? Jeez, Egad, what do you think we are? Lazy? Why don't you come back to the lab? When you vacuum a boss ghost, your Poltergust 3000 gets pretty much full to bursting. Oh. Okay, never mind. He wanted us to come back anyway. But ho-ho, I guess you showed that boss ghost who's boss. Yeah, boss ghost... Exactly. Yeah, a little redundant, but that's okay. And we go back to Egad's lab. Good job, Luigi. You made it back in one piece. Take a gander at this. This fine piece of work took nearly 20 years to develop. I call it the Ghost Portificationizer. The Ghost Portificationizer. That's a mouthful. This machine lets us turn the ghosts you catch into paintings. Not only that, it works in reverse too. How do we use it, you ask? Well, it's simple. Just plug that Poltergust 3000 into that slot and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride, my boy. Okay, so let's get rid of these ghosts. So that must be the 3 ghosts we caught. What is he doing to them? The ghosts are invisible. So we need to press them into visible forms. Okay. And presto, turn them into beautiful ghost portraits. And that's how the portraits are made. Well, you managed to turn those ghosts back into paintings. Thanks for your help, Luigi. Now you've caught in Area 1, Neville, Lydia, and Chauncy. Yep, these 3 ghosts. Now, Neville and Chauncy I got golds on because I barely, because for the most part they only took very few suckings in order to do. Lydia I got a little bit lower on because it took me a little longer, but Silver's still not too bad. Caught 3 ghosts, and at the end of each area they round up all the money that you found here, including the pearls, and then you get your total for the first area, which mine is just a little under 4 million. And that is the end of Area 1. So, why don't we look at our new ghosts? And sorry, there might be a train in the background, but that's okay. So, now the 3 ghosts that we caught will be put into the portrait, with Neville being right there. Lydia should be all the way to the right. Yep. Now, as you see, with Neville, the ghost looked more compliant to be there. But since I got a silver with Lydia, she looks a little bit more pissed at me. If you get a bronze, it'd be like they're completely defying you. That's kind of like the award and point system of doing that. The ghosts kind of more respect you more, the better you do. If there's a gold frame, they respect you a lot. Silver, they're mad at you. And bronze, they just completely defy you. And I believe, if I'm right, Chauncy should be right here. So that is 3 ghosts that we've caught. And there's just one little backstory that I forgot to show you guys earlier when we were here, so let's see if I can do it. Ah yes, then where am I? This is a gallery. This is where I hang all my paintings. Ghost paintings, that is. When I was young, I designed a machine to turn ghosts into paintings, and I traveled the world collecting them. Oh, it was glamorous, I tell you. And we just saw that machine, actually. Well then, now I have to tell you a horrifying story. And I wish I showed you guys this earlier, but this is part of the backstory. The last ghost I caught was number 22, Boolossus. But there are lots of Boos, and King Boo rallied them all to take revenge upon me. Huh, King Boo. Really? So King Boo is behind some of this. They used my machine to free Boolossus from the painting. Then they went and turned all my other portraits back into ghosts too. Oh dear lord, and that's why we're on... Huh. So, it's King Boo's fault that all of these ghosts are now roaming free. As if it weren't enough, they built a mansion in front of my lab in the space of a single night. And then they all hid inside. If I told anybody else this stuff, they'd probably have me committed. And hence, why the mansion is there. I'm sure my portrait ghosts are somewhere inside the mansion. I just have to get him back. Whoa, Egad, or Elvingad, which is his actual name. We've caught 3 of them for you. So that about wraps up this episode. We have completed Area 1, and we've caught Chauncy. So, on the next episode of Luigi's Mansion, we will start the next section of this, go into Area 2, and see if we could find any more of Elvingad's portraits. So, until next time, see you all then.